Hey everyone, this is Corey, and I just wanted to share with you day number 4 of this rehab, and how to be able to get things done on a budget, and how to be able to get things done quickly and right. So, I have noticed along the way that there are a couple of things that weren't working. One of the things that weren't working, let me show you. This area right here is a key post, and you can see it's pulled away, which is fine, but it needs to be rebuilt. The contractor built directly on top of that without doing the actual work. So I spotted that, and that's going to be replaced. The other area is over there. You can see how that brick is also disconnected from the sidewall, and that needs to be replaced. You can see the empty areas, the light coming through, that needs to be taken care of. This is the bedroom. So now this bedroom is being opened up, and there's the door for the new bathroom. And here will be this bedroom, new bathroom. Look at that, nice size. Back it up a little bit. I can see, so that's about 12 feet by 8. Now let's take a look at the other side. So this area is the utility room. This will all be redone. Now, right here, this is where the stairs will be going up to the attic. So we have not yet started that because we need this LVL installed. These beams that are vertical beams are currently holding up the entire house. Not safe, not good, don't like it, but that's how you do things temporarily. I prefer to be able to add some additional supports. Matter of fact, I'm going to request we do that. We do have this beam that has been re-secured. A little better. There's our hallway, closet, other bathroom, closet, and bedroom. So now the floors are level. They feel good. Walking on them, they feel nice. The fireplace that was once here is now gone, and all the and this is nice. This was off, and now this is good. Okay, so let's discuss getting things done on a budget. Well, getting things done on a price that works. How do you get all that done on a price that works? So we'll have that conversation in the car, because guess what? Contractors don't need to hear that, do they? Okay, there she is. Hey, Mama. Want to say hi to everybody? Hi, it's Shayna. Okay. How to get things done on a budget? First off, you've got to really be clear on what your prices are, what things cost. He was just sharing with me that he just charged a guy $3,000 to put up 4 posts and a small roof, and that he's not used to doing jobs like mine. Okay, most people aren't used to doing jobs like mine because, quite frankly, I understand what things cost, and if you're not clear on what things cost, how in the world can you possibly budget for your jobs? You have to be able to move quickly. So I was in agreement on last Sunday that when I met this gentleman out here, he's like, well, I need a job now. I said, okay, are you prepared to start tomorrow? He goes, yeah, I'm prepared to start tomorrow. I said, great, give me a list of the things you need. Let's come up with a price, make it work. Great. Monday morning, materials were out here, ready to go. About $5,000 of materials. Retail price, but I ran it through Lowe's VSP. So if you spend over $2,500 at Lowe's, they run it through your VSP, which as a contractor, they'll give you a discount. And it's their like value service plus, or whatever their acronym is for it. if you spend over $2,500, they'll run it through, and they will reduce those prices accordingly. And as a buyer of material, a lot of material, they give you perks and benefits, and I get to go to free stuff and, invite other, people in the industry to, come to different Lowe's events or Home Depot events where they give you, lots of booze and lots of beef and, that kind of thing. And, they do that once a year at a big stadium, which is nice. They also theoretically take care of you, offering you, different perks and service. But unfortunately, Lowe's has been, unfortunately, blowing it a little bit. And so Home Depot is now wooing me over, and they actually just provided me a pricing structure of $20 per bag of shingles. That's a little bit more than what I was paying before, but those discounted prices are no longer available. The shingles that I bought were $44 a bag. I was able to buy them for $20 based upon this new relationship at Home Depot. I was able to bring in this contractor because he needed a job right now. I'm paying his guys $30 per hour per guy. So he's got six guys one day, 6 guys another day, 7 guys another day. So I just paid him $6,600 for 4 days work, including a new roof, including all the work that you see that has been done. And there's more work that needs to be done. And he said to me, he goes, I really don't like to be paid by the hour. I like to be paid by the job. I said, I would much prefer to pay you by the job, as long as I can afford it and it works for you and it works for me. He's like, well, okay, let's work by the job. I said, great. This part is complete. So let's complete that. I'm complete through today. Tomorrow, which is Friday, and Saturday, you'll be working, and I'll pay you by the hour, just like I'm doing. And the next job that we do together, and I have another place not that far away that is not as disgusting as this one, we'll do by contract. And I said, listen, relationships all about, dancing. We're going out. We're seeing how we interact together. And I spent some time acknowledging him. I acknowledged him for his commitment on performance. I acknowledged him for the work. I haven't seen one of his workers slow down at all. That's a surprise. And I shared with him, I said, you really surprised me. And I really am surprised because most oftentimes I'm left like, well, this guy did 83% of the job and he's calling it 100. 83% is not 100. And he laughed and he's like, yeah, there's a lot of people that think that even though you don't finish the job is done. And I said, well, listen. And then he said, well, you offered me $4,000 earlier today. I said, yes, but that was not for full payment. That was just because I've been asking you every day, can I give you some money? Can I give you some money? Because I like to know people are being taken care of. I like to know that money is flowing for them and they can count on me and my checks will clear. And so that provides additional value. So ways in which to get more discounts, certainly with contractors, is guys that are hungry for jobs will do what there is. I'm clear this job is probably, this roof is $4,500 and the interior work that they've done so far is probably $15,000. So I've got $20,000 of value so far with a cost of about $6,500, right? I'm not done. I've got plumbing, I've got electrical, I've got HVAC, I've got drywall, I've got paint. I have all the floors are already purchased, but I've got lighting, I've got windows, I've got siding. So that'll be whatever that will be. I'll bring in new people to handle new aspects of things because they only do framing. So find a specialist, negotiate with the specialist, understand how much labor and time they're going to have invested in the thing, If they want to do a contract with you, have them break it down. Have them break it down. Like, how long do you anticipate this work taking you? Well, it'll take me 3 days. Okay, great. And do you have an hourly rate in mind? No, I don't do it by the hour. Like, well, so a plumber gets $30 an hour. Are you equivalent to a plumber? Or maybe a plumber gets $70 an hour. Are you equivalent to a plumber? Would you pay a plumber $70 an hour? No, I never pay a plumber $70 an hour. Oh, okay. Okay, how much would you pay a plumber? Well, I might pay a plumber probably $40 an hour. All right, so if you and a plumber are relatively close, we've already established your value. So now how many hours a day you intend to work? Well, I intend to work, 8 or 10 hours a day. Okay, great. So you're going to get somewhere between $320 to $400 a day. Yeah, but I don't work that way. Not a problem. You want to work by contract? How many days do you think it'll be? Well, it'll be 3 days. Okay. How much you want to? So you think it'll be 3 days? Great. In 3 days, you're going to finish everything. Okay. So, how much you plan on charging? Now we already know what they've said, because it's going to be $400 a day times 3 is $1,200. Anything over $1,200 is a point of negotiation. Right. So you want to negotiate, you want to understand the math, you want to understand the money, you want to understand the terms, you want to understand how you can buy discounted material. Another place you can buy discounted material, for example, is Lowe's, Home Depot. Those two places. The other places that I buy a lot of discounted material are churches, nonprofit organizations, Restore, amazing amount of stuff. I finished up I finished up one place. It's a little under 5,000 square feet. I bought all of my material to renovate that home at this discount place that acquires material for free that gets donated by Home Depot and Lowe's. And so they sell this stuff that is normally like $3 or $4 a tile. I buy for a dime, a quarter. Have to come up with unique, creative ways to buy material. So when you combine unique ways to buy material at good prices, and you combine it with great labor rates and great terms, and on top of it, you've negotiated a hell of a deal on how to buy a place, you're going to hit a home run. You may get 2.5 to 3 times your capital, on return on equity. So if you buy right, you invest right, you're going to get a 2.5 to 3 times return of equity. Said another way, if I have $80,000 into this property, it's going to be worth probably close to $235 to $250 by the time I'm done. Okay, I got to get paid for my time. I don't get paid with money. I get paid with equity. In this case, it'll be a rental property that pays me $2,000 a month, $2,400 a year, $24,000 a year. With a capital investment of $80,000, you do the ROI, and you'll see that the kind of investing I do and the kind of investing you can do, I know you can do it, provides wealth for a lifetime and beyond. This home will be worth around $235, maybe $240 once it's complete, based upon the comps in the area, based upon my knowledge of the area, based upon what I know it'll rent for. I know how much I'll have invested in it. If I've got $80,000 and I'm pulling out $24,000, you can do the ROI on it. I'll keep the property free and clear. I won't have a mortgage on it. There's no need for it. My other properties have no mortgages on it. I like that. And it'll be another rental. In the meantime, I've got 5 others sitting around the corner, just like this piece of junk that I'm ready to renovate. So now you have some ideas on how you can save some money, negotiate discount prices, where to find materials at great prices, and by combining those 3 factors, you're going to have a home run that's going to give you 2.5 or 3 times return on equity, and that's a number I think you'll be happy with. Okay, this is Corey. I appreciate you listening for almost 15 minutes. Okay, we're ready to go. Take care. Bye-bye.